What's up all? So we're uploading the Powermate video for the second time. A couple people emailing me saying they could not get the video in their country. Very strange. If you haven't watched the first time we uploaded it, watch it this time. This thing is beastly. Can't wait to show you. Let's get it started. I'm just going to start this video out by saying, holy hell. I have done another review for a Powermate piece of equipment that I just really struggle with, but this right here is a complete opposite. This thing is an absolute monster. No matter what the attachment you are using on this thing, it just eats through everything. Could possibly be the best piece of power equipment that I have used to date. Now we're going to use the trimmer, we're going to use the edger, and we're going to use the blower. The blower and the edger are sold separately, does not come in the kit, but I will put a link in the description below for all of these pieces. Now it is a 43cc, it's a 2-stroke motor, and believe it or not, it only weighs 39 pounds. But what's nice about this, it is extremely fast, extremely easy to put the different attachments on. All you do is pop that clip right there, slide in the next shaft, tighten it down, and it is ready to go. Check this out. I was blown away by this. You just push up on that little trigger right there, and now it swivels. If you got to get closer to a wall or some parameter, if you need to do your edging, if you want to switch up your angle when you're blowing off the grass or your leaves, it actually swivels. Now I will show you how this works out in the video, but just to let you know, 20 to 30% trimmer head swivel to trim along a wall or a fence, or 5 to 10% trimmer head bevel, and I'll show you that as well, for precise angle cutting. This is the kind of stuff I love to see, and I'll tell you what, it works really well. No buttons, no bending down, nothing. The motor itself, again, 43cc. This thing is a beast mode. What I looked for first when this first came in was, is there a primer bulb? And yes, there is. You just pump it about 4 times and it starts up right away. This was so easy to get started. It was night and day compared to the edger that I had previous to this. You also have the on-off switch and you have the choke to get this thing going. I'm telling you, it's so easy to start. All you gotta do is push that down, turn it on, and then pull that string. And no worries, I will let you hear this thing in action. I just want you to see and hear what this thing actually can do. But yep, that is your throttle right there, right up by the handlebar. And yeah, it's basically a variable speed. It's not a one setting and go. You can adjust the power that you want simply by hitting that gas. It almost reminded me of the go-kart that I had when I was younger. It was so much fun with that up there. I'll tell you, this thing has power coming out the arse. I mean, it was really impressive. What we're going to do though is we are going to try to use the string trimmer first. It has been so wet and so nasty around here in the Ohio area. I really struggled to shoot this video. You know, the trimmer was fine, the blower was fine, but you know, the edger I struggle with because there's so much mud. But FYI, that is where your fuel mixture goes, and you'll even get a little canister of the mix. It's 50 to 1. Now what's nice about the trimmer, you get that huge guard. I'll tell you, it only took me about 5 minutes to assemble everything. You just put that handle on when it comes out of the box. But look at those wheels. Those wheels are massive. Makes everything so easy to get this thing around and do the trimming and the edging and everything. Really like the larger wheels on this. They are 12-inch ball bearing wheels, by the way. And let me show you how this works here. Now, this is just going around the perimeter of the house. And I will turn this up a little bit later when we go through the heavier stuff, and I'll let you hear this. But what really stood out to me was, if you're an older person and you don't want to carry a weed trimmer with you, this is a great option. All you're doing is pushing and cutting. It is a really nice option to have for the older people or people with back problems, because you are not carrying anything. You're basically just pushing and walking behind. Now another really cool thing is you can actually adjust this height right here on the wheel. If you were trying to get a little bit closer to the ground, you can see that border right there, that stone, and that grass is still going over top of it. Now you can tilt that 5 to 10 degrees and you can actually get closer to that stone. Check that out. Oh, it's so freaking awesome, man. Alright, let's do one more thing here. We're going to swivel this out. We're going to get closer to that piece of wood right here. And we'll go to the field area where the grass is really high and we'll turn that volume up. But check that out, how close you can get to that barrier. It is, I'm telling you what, this thing is just, it is just a beastly machine. It is awesome. So yeah, you can get really close to your border areas. But what I want to do is I want to see, can we actually mow with this like they say you can? We're going to go with some really nasty stuff here. Let's turn up the volume, so you might want to turn yours down. Check out how easy it is. Those 12-inch wheels really make it nice to go over the rough terrain. You can see it just slices and dices through that heavier stuff like nada. Really impressive. Just a closer look. Now you can see that grass is just wet and nasty. This is literally the first time I've seen sun in the last week. But real simple to change out. Those string lines. All you gotta do is loosen up that screw right there, pop a couple new ones in, and what's really cool is they actually come with the machine, and you get that little holder right there. You just go up to the Home Depot or wherever, buy more, and then throw them in there if you need them. So real quick change out, and that guard works excellent. Alright, trimmer, awesome. Let's change it out to the edger. Real simple to do, just pop that trimmer out, pop the edger in. This is really cool, sold separately. Again, I will put the link in the description below. Now you got an 8-inch straight blade on this. You can adjust the depth on this real easy. I'll show you how to do that. But you also got two wheels. They're 4.75 round to adjust the depth. All you got to do is turn that knob right there. You also got a nice little guard down here that protects the casing. So if you bounce it off the ground, you don't have to worry about cracking anything. And again, 2.5 max edging depth. Right now, my yard is absolute mud. I will tell you though, before it started raining 40 days and 40 nights here, I had tried this on a drier soil and it just dominated it. Alright, here we go. I'm going to give it to you from my perspective. Alright, you see that line right there? It is just all mud. I really wish this was dried out for you, but let's keep on going. Now it's starting to kick up a little bit in there because it is muddy. Check it out. Alright, let's take one more pass, clean it up a little bit, but check out those wheels. And you can see how I had that head swiveled for that edger. And just to give you a heads up, that is what it sounds like on idle. Alright, let's put on the blower attachment. 170 mile per hour, 520 CFM. Now what's cool on this is you got a 7-inch spinner style head right on the front there. Now not only can you swivel the main body of the machine, but you can swivel this tip down here to force that air out, basically whichever way you want to go. Main issue with this was, well, the bolt that tightens that tip down Too much plastic. Would have liked to have seen some metal. And I wish there was an attachment that you could actually put in there to actually blow that air straight while you're pushing ahead. We got some clumpy wet grass. Let's start her up. So easy to start this. Check it out. Damn, that got some power. Check out the force of air this thing is pushing out. You can see it right on the grass. Alright, let's try to push this grass down towards the road or in towards the neighbor's yard. That is freaking awesome. Again, the only two things I found with this was, yep, the swivel head on this. I wish the nut was actually metal, not plastic. A little bit too much there for me. And I wish there was an attachment that I can actually face that out straight, because I have to walk sideways, or you have to walk down and up on the driveway, which makes me want to blow it into the grass, where I wish I could just blow it out into the street. It is, however, extremely powerful. This thing is just awesome. And again, the first person that came to mind was my father-in-law, almost 80 years old, still a spring chicken, probably bench press more than me, but tell you what, this is something that he can definitely use with his larger yard. So at the end of the day, guys, this thing is a powerhouse. No, wait, it's a Powermate. I am completely, pun intended, blown away by this unit. Because of the issues that I had with the older style edger that they had, I was really not expecting this at all. And everything that I had thought before I took this out of the package, I was wrong. It is an impressive piece of equipment, especially for the price. Again, I will put a link in the description below. Now, it is a 2-cycle, so it's not just straight gas. That might be a plus for you or a negative. Definitely not the most quiet piece of equipment I've ever used. It will wake your neighbors up in the morning, but guess what? I don't mind that. And I do wish that, you know, that swivel nut for that blower was metal instead of plastic, but that is it. This thing starts so freaking easy. It's so powerful. I am really, really happy with this. Well done, Powermate. Now, if you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe. Check us out at toolreviewzone.com. Come over and say hi to us on the Instagram page at toolreviewzone, and we'll be back with more videos soon.